Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I am here, talking about some interesting texts I had on Instagram with someone. I'm not going to name any names, we'll call them...
Jimmy. Savile.
Jimmy, yeah, they're Jimmy. Now, obviously, Jimmy was messaging me coming up to like a week ago now. I just didn't decide to make a video on it. It wasn't something that I really thought about doing until now, because it was interesting and it kind of inspired me to do one of my more popular videos over the past couple of weeks, which was the things not to say to a disabled person, because they definitely did it. Yeah, basically, I'm going to show some messages and talk about what was going on. So, let's start with the introductions. You know, they can't be too bad, can they? Hi, what is your disability? Show me your spasms. All without a reply from me. Like, instantly, just that's how he's opening up. So, I obviously sent him a message explaining that I can't share spasm videos just at will. So, you know, his introduction, like his first message to me, was kind of weird. You know, hi, what is your disability? Show me your spasms. Without giving me a chance to reply. Without anything like that, just straight up. Like, what the fuck? I was kind of pissed off about that already. So, yeah, they messaged me with that, and I kind of got a little bit annoyed by it, but it wasn't too bad. By the way, I forgot to say, this was all on my personal account, not on the YouTube, like, Karkin Microwave account, which you should go follow, by the way. It was all on my personal one, which isn't, like, private or anything. Like, you guys can go follow it, but it's not as interesting. But still, I thought it was a bit weird. So, I asked them, like, how they found out about my spasms. And, yeah, this was their reply. So, I was kind of confused and, like, everything else, you know. But at least he answered how he knew I had spasms. But I don't know what he meant by why can you? So, yeah, I thought it was a little bit weird how they had found my personal account without even following my main account. It was just my personal. And, you know, I was a little bit confused, but it didn't really matter. So then I let them know this, and they said, oh, just one video, please. I was like, but I was confused, because I had already agreed to sharing a video of my legs, I guess. Like, in a non-weird way. I thought it was just like they were in a similar situation, you know, or just curious. And I'm fine with that, you know. But what happens a bit later in the video is kind of weird, and I think there were some different meanings.
Different approach to how we wanted to some leg videos.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm happy to, like, help anyone, like, answering my questions or anything. But, like, you know, I just have to explain to him that I can't quite control when my spasms happen, but I will let him know when I can, like, send him a video or something. So I wasn't, like, saying anything bad about him yet. So, after my actual explanation of, like, what was going on and how he had annoyed me, do you know what his reply to that was? I think I know why he, like, has the praying hands at the end of the message, because he was just praying that Jesus would magically give me a video, because I don't know what the hell he was expecting. So I was clearly getting pissed off at this point, because I'd even called him out on the fact that he wasn't listening, to the fact that he was being a dickhead. So I then, obviously, let him know that. And this is what I then replied to him, because he's still just saying, oh, so when will you send the video? And I'm just like, I don't know. I told you this in the beginning when I liked you. Now you're being an arsehole, and I don't even know if I want to send it to you. So I basically had to re-explain to him, like, what was happening and, like, why I was annoyed with him. But I also started to think it was a chatbot because he wasn't getting any, like, proper answers or replies. I was, like, getting a bit concerned about everything, to be honest. So, as you can tell by my last message, I am now starting to be a little bit confused on if they're just a chatbot or not, because Jesus fuck, like, their responses have almost nothing to do with what I've been saying, and also, like, some of the stuff that did make sense, such as my YouTube channel, then didn't make sense with other things that they would say. It was just so confusing. So I asked them, and I said, if you don't reply, I'm going to assume you're a chatbot. So let's see how that went. I'm pretty sure that in the last message I said that I would assume that he is a chatbot if he doesn't answer it. So saying, okay, I will wait, is clearly not the right thing to be saying. But still, I asked him again, confront him again about it, and he's still saying, oh, anytime will be fine if you send the video over. Like, what the fuck? Like, does this message make any sense? I had told you that I think you're a chatbot, and you say, okay, thanks, I look forward to seeing the video. Like, what the fuck? I was confused. Scared and confused. I don't know if you're human or not. So yeah, that was the thing, you know. Assuming they're a chatbot and then just not a chatbot. Like, what the fuck? Because they weren't answering it. They were just, like, ignoring what I had been saying, just like they had been doing the entire conversation. So let's see how, like, what else happened. So they're saying that they know I have a disability and found my personal account from my Lego YouTube channel. I don't understand, like, what's going on. Like, yeah, I've carried on having this conversation with them, and then just now they decide, like, what the hell, just in the same circle. And we're back in this circle again, you know, where they're asking me to send a video, arranging a fucking time whenever they fucking decide that I send it, and I still haven't had a reply on if they're a robot at this point. So what the fuck? So they clearly haven't been reading my messages, because otherwise they would have answered. By the way, spoiler alert, they're apparently not a chatbot, just a cut. One full conversation later, they're still agreeing about me sending a video that I haven't agreed to send. And they finally say that they're not a chatbot. Finally, a real person. Finally, they admit it after an entire conversation of ignoring the question. Admitting that you're not a chatbot apparently took you like fucking 10 more texts than it needed to, but hey, at least we know we're talking to an actual person, because I know chatbot still can kind of answer that question sometimes, but I just don't think they would. And I just wanted to confirm it, especially with everything about my YouTube channel and stuff, and being able to find my Instagram, just confusing. So yeah, let's carry on with this conversation. So the reason why they didn't admit that they're a chatbot is because they really want the video of my legs. Like, what the fuck? I can kind of understand that they want to see, like, the difference, but I just don't think this was the right way. Especially with the smiley face, just send him. So, you know, after we had, like, sorted things out and I was a little bit more calm about it, I had agreed that I would eventually try and send them a video of me having spasm, my legs doing whatever the fuck they decide to do. Now, unfortunately, the only times that I had spasms was when I was out and couldn't record it, or when I was on the toilet and I'm not dealing with any of that shit. So, you know, I couldn't show him or her whatever the fuck they decide to go by. So I couldn't send them what they were asking for. At least, not yet. So, you know, things were chill, things were peaceful, all was good in the world. These two messages from him I just hate. Like, why laugh? Why add the point to laugh? And why tell me ASAP? Like, I'm gonna do it as much as I can. You don't have to tell me to do that. So as you saw in one of the last messages, when I look forward to seeing it. Like, what the fuck with the laugh? You don't need to add a laugh at the end of that. That just makes you sound like a fucking supervillain. So, you know, we had spoken about spasms. They had asked again when I could send them and to send it ASAP, but I just couldn't. So I then explained it to them again. Do you know what they then replied to me? Can you fart? SEI can't push. I just had to correct him about that because, like, he wasn't listening to what I'd been saying. Can you do it? I answered it in my question. Then asking me if I poo in public. This is not the stuff that you should be asking. Like, especially someone that you just started to talk to. Like, what the fuck? I don't think I've ever had this kind of conversation before, yet alone with a complete stranger.
I'm sorry, what the fuck are we now talking about? Why are you asking me this stuff? You don't need to know my fucking shitting schedule. This conversation keeps on getting weirder. You know, at the start, it was just him being a bit inconsiderate, sometimes a bit annoying. You know, it wasn't anything too serious. But now he's asking about when I go to the shit.
When I go to the shit.
When I go and do the shit. Good English. Now he's asking me about my shitting schedule, because apparently I have one. Like, I don't want to talk about this stuff at this point, you know. You're already being a bit weird about everything, you know. But dude, you haven't even asked how I am. Like, even though I called him out at the start about, like, not just, like, straight up all of this stuff, then to ask about my shitting schedule. Like, buy me a drink and dinner fast.
I'm sorry, did I miss something in, like, play school? How does knowing my pooping schedule let you know more about me? In what world is that useful information?
I'm sorry, I understand wanting to know me more, like, how I'm doing. Hi, how are you? What are your hobbies? But to know me more, you don't need to know my fucking shit schedule. What the fuck? Like, huh? Does this make sense to everyone else? Like, hi guys, how are you? I want to get to know you. Tell me how much you shit. Like,
I honestly thought this had to be a joke. Being confused on if I have a pooping schedule or not. Like, what on earth? No, I don't want to talk about this anyway. And then, within the space of a minute, the next 3 messages are sent. There's the 2 on screen that I haven't replied to, and 1 more.
you don't have a poop schedule, really? Why are you asking me this? Like, I've already answered that I don't want to talk about this stuff. Why are you now asking me as if it's this some big wonderful mystery of the earth? If I have a fucking shitting schedule, I'm not Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang. The fuck? There's a lot of fucks in this video.
Why are you confused on why foot drop doesn't hurt? I don't know. And then also asking hello? Like, hello? Hello, what do you mean?
One thing that I forgot to say was he sent me, does foot drop hurt? Why don't you have a pooing schedule? And hello is a question, because apparently I didn't answer quick enough. Within a minute, he asked me 3 questions that I hadn't seen, like, the questions because I was away and I was, like, messaging between what I was doing. Like, hello? It's been a minute.
Did you dump me?
It was within the same minute that we were talking that he had asked me.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
It was within the same minute that he had asked me if I have a pooping schedule, if foot drop hurts, and asked me if I was there. The fuck? He then decided to ask me why my foot drop doesn't hurt. I don't know why it doesn't hurt. It just doesn't. I don't feel my legs at the best of times. I don't think foot drop is going to make it hurt. I don't know if it hurts other people. I just don't know why it doesn't hurt. Like, that's like saying, why doesn't breathing hurt? I don't know. It can do. And foot drop can hurt. But normally it doesn't. So normally the foot drop shouldn't hurt. I don't know, I could be wrong about this, and I could be blowing this bit out of proportion. But, like, asking why it doesn't hurt, I don't have a fucking clue.
So I was kind of confused by what he meant. He sent me a picture, like, of my legs, just to explain like what was going on. And then he also sent me another thing. Now, I just want to quickly explain why I didn't answer either of the calls. It's because I just don't want to do any of that stuff. I prefer just to message, unless it's something really important, obviously, or like I need to talk to the person. And we had like a good talk about it.
Now, asking me how I transfer to the toilet and asking for like how I do it and stuff normally isn't an issue, but with all the other stuff that happened, I just didn't want to be talking about it, especially considering that I had said that I didn't want to be talking about it anyway, and he's still asking me. I would normally answer it, but at this point I was kind of getting a bit stressed with him, and I just didn't want to show him. He also sent me a picture of a random stranger to explain the foot drop thing, which wasn't an issue for me. I don't know if they want their image on on YouTube. I don't know where I got the picture from as well, so I'm just not going to show it. But yeah, he also sent me a picture of a random person in a wheelchair with flat feet compared to my foot drop. Absolutely fine with that. But yeah, how? Like, how does a conversation about my toilet habits go from trust me, just tell me, like, saying trust me about sharing how I go to the toilet doesn't make me want to trust you. Like, surely that means that I should trust you less. If someone says, come on, trust me, just tell me how you go to the toilet, you don't like, if this was an actual conversation with a person, you would be freaking out. Like, again, most of this stuff I usually don't mind, but with everything else that's been happening with this guy,
You might not.
why? Yeah. Like, again, I wouldn't have minded trying to explain how I do it, and in fact, I think I do explain, like, that it depends on different situations. But considering that I'd said I didn't want to be talking about my toilet habits, and they still ask me, I just wasn't going to answer. It is just stupid.
Why are you begging to see how I go to the toilet? I don't know, I'm just so confused. And then maybe you make a video. No, I don't want to talk to you about it, yet alone make a video about it. And saying, come on man, share, come on. No, I don't want to. Send me, please, take a video of it. I don't want to share that information with you. What the hell, don't you understand about this?
Come on, man, please show me a video of you going on to the toilet. No, what the fuck? No, this is not normal stuff. Like, Nia, what would you do if someone said to you, come on, man, just show me how you go to the toilet? Like, how would you react?
Only show me first.
Well, funny you should say that, because if we skip ahead
God,
a bit,
yeah.
yeah, I will talk about this in a moment when it comes up. So let's go on to the next bit of conversation.
We're not
because,
there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet, but it gets weird.
So now he's talking to me about his patient and like a bit more about him, just so I might be able to help. Although I've already said that I didn't want to, and that he was being a bit too forceful with everything. So he apologised. So I agreed to stop talking about it, and it was all good. Until the next day when he was like, video. I told him about this like multiple times the day before. I don't want to talk to you about this stuff. And I can't show you a video of it. I can't control when it happens. I don't know what was so difficult for him to understand about it.
In this next bit of conversation, it is important that I let you know that he sent me a picture of someone's shit in the toilet.
We're not sure whose though, so.
It could have been his, it could have been someone else's, I have no clue. But he sent me an actual picture of a turd in the toilet. And at this point, I had just lost my shit. Quite literally.
So did he.
And obviously I'm not going to show you the picture on this, because not only will it be disgusting, but also YouTube guidelines and stuff. So yeah, let's just go to a bit of conversation where we talk about the fact that he had sent me a picture of some shit.
Why, man? Why are you asking what I think of someone's shit? I think it's fucking disgusting, and I had to like tell him that. I don't know how much more simpler I should have made this for him. Don't send me pictures of your shit, please. Like, this is the full thing, but do I ever what? Do I ever what? What do you think of it? I've already said that this is disgusting and you shouldn't be talking to me about this, and he still sends me messages, still talks to me about it. I was losing my patience. I swear to God, I don't know what I would have done if it was like in real life.
I had given up all hope at this point. Like, I have had a go at you about sending me a picture, and then you're still just like, do you ever do that? Does it ever look like that? Like, no, I don't want to be talking about this shit. Again, why the fuck do you keep on asking me? I don't know how to make this even more clearer. Don't send me a picture of shit. Please. So, you know what, we had a bit of a break. We didn't talk for a day, and then he messaged me this.
So he had to state out the obvious and, you know, after a day, say, you cripple. So I had to be clever and say, you don't say, because it was so stupid. He shouldn't have said that, yet alone to a disabled person, especially as a nurse. It was so annoying to see him do that.
Just couldn't help but make that joke. Saying you cripple, I just couldn't help but say, you don't say.
My idea, by the way.
It was your idea. My brother suggested to send him a gif of it, but I couldn't find one, so I just ended up sending him a picture of a meme of that. But Jesus, holy fuck. Why are you so hostile? Show me your fucking leg, shake it. Like, what the fuck? No, I'm not doing that, especially now, bitch. Yeah.
Leg rapist.
He was so... Like, I was still planning on possibly sending him, like, something, because some things that he said, like, weren't too bad. But I can't control when they happen, and I had explained that to him. But then, like, all of the other stuff that he's done and said, I also had a good mind just to completely leave him. Leave him alone. We aren't in a relationship, I'm pretty sure.
Seems like you think sure.
Yeah. Like, this is not... This ain't it.
Then to laugh at me because I said that about a hospital, considering that he had previously said that he was learning to be an SCI nurse. Like, what the fuck? And then say, why cripple? I explained to him, like, in a really pissed off way, because I was just done with him at this point, because I just don't know how else I needed to explain it. I don't know what is going on with him. I don't know, like, what this conversation's about anymore. It's so stupid to be so aggressive about it.
So I don't know if you can see that in, like, the top of the last screen. Why cripple? I'm not answering to you after you call me that. You can go fuck yourself. So I don't think I need to explain much else on that last screen. But after that, he then said, "Oh, should I give a reason why I want to see your legs?" And then I said, "Okay, but I'm still probably not going to after the way you've spoken to me." And then he left me on red, and I'm not heard anything back. So I'm guessing this is the end of it. But yeah, that is the worst conversation I've ever had with, I'm guessing, a viewer. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna end this video here. I just thought I'd share that with you. Why my videos may have been a bit bad the past couple of days. It's because this has been going on, and I just haven't wanted to record. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed, you know, don't send this guy hate. That's why I haven't shared his username or anything. If he replies, I might do a part 2. But yeah, that's all for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, all of that usual stuff. And goodbye. And fuck you, that random...